Hey, man, listen. Like I told the D-line, it's an opportunity to be out here, man. Don't take a snap for granted. Let's go. Gang on me, gang on 3. 1, 2, 3.
The autumn wind is a pirate, blustering in from sea. With a rollicking song he sweeps along, swaggering boisterously. His face is weather-beaten. He wears a hooded sash, with a silver hat about his head, and a bristling black mustache. He growls as he storms the country, a villain big and bold. And the trees all shake and quiver and quake as he robs them of their gold. The autumn wind is a raider, pillaging just for fun. He'll knock you round and upside down and laugh when he's conquered and won.
Well, looks like superstar receiver Davante Adams and the Las Vegas Raiders are heading for a divorce. There are some that believe all this is going on because head coach Antonio Pierce liked to post on Instagram talking about trading him. Pierce on Instagram for anything is a bad look to me, but that isn't why Adams wants out. There are multiple reports that Adams has wanted to get traded for weeks. Some say even before that. It makes sense though, because there's some things I forgot all about that Raider Lady 19, aka Taisha Hunter, mentioned on X. She talked about how Adams took an extra week off after the birth of his child and said he wouldn't play in a preseason game. Pierce, of course, went against that for one of those games, saying every healthy starter will play. This has been brewing for quite some time. Such a move doesn't make the Raiders better right now, but the show must, can, and will go on. It's time to start thinking about life after Davante Adams for the Raiders. Thanks to what I believe is a fake-ass pulled hamstring, we actually got our first peek at it in Week 4 when the Raiders played against the Cleveland Browns. A big part of life without Adams is the running game. That was the case with Adams. My question is, who's the guy that's going to carry it out? Will it be Zamir White, who many say has no vision? He's missed a couple of holes, but that's not my problem with him. He can find it. Like right here on the jump cut. He has some power too. And watch the burst and acceleration here. My problem is he always lets guys get to his legs and trip him up. He doesn't use a stiff arm or a limp leg, anything. He should have pushed that man's head into the ground there. I absolutely love his speed and power, but running the ball is a skill. You gotta be able to make some guys miss and keep your feet. You're not gonna break many long runs with little guys coming up and tripping you up. And of course, ball security is important. You're not gonna be on the field long fumbling. Having 2 fumbles already in 4 games is a lot. We already know how that ended. Enter Alexander Madison and we got a competition now. He can find the hole, cut to it, and burst through it. And he doesn't let one player trip him up. He's going to give you the stiff arm before he lets you wrap your arms around his legs. Watch the limp leg here. That's a skill that helps you break tackles. And oh, Jackson Powers Johnson got a little excited. He's going to show some balance here and not let the first guy trip him up to the point of falling. That's why I'm starting to like this Madison kid. The Raiders also helped the running game by running some of these gadget plays, like the jet sweep. That, of course, is Brock Bowers, who did plenty of that at Georgia. Here's DJ Turner on the jet sweep in the red zone. Touchdown. And here's Trey Tucker on a reverse near the goal line. Don't say offensive coordinator Luke Getsy's play calling isn't creative. That's going to create a lot of misdirection for the Raiders' regular run plays. Here's what I don't like. Zone stretch on 3rd or 4th and 1. See that? Zone blocking requires offensive linemen to make their first step a lateral step. Now what do you think the defensive line is going to do while the offensive line steps laterally? They're going to step forward and either shoot a gap or get right up in them. And if they get right up in them, the offensive line is going to go backwards because the first one to step forward usually wins the battle. And that means the offensive line is going right back up into the ball carrier's face where he doesn't need him to be. And this short yardage play goes nowhere. The fumble's on White though. Quarterback Gardner Minshew, I believe, is the reason why Adams wants out. He'll look good for a minute. He may even give you some great for a minute. Here he's going to get out of the pocket and deliver. It's not his fault Bowers drops this one. But he's going to get out of the pocket and go back to him the next play. Here the Raiders get him out of the pocket by design, and he throws an extremely accurate ball on the run. This is a big boy throw on this out route here. But unfortunately, Minshew also gives you bad. He's very inconsistent. He's actually had a very good deep ball over his career, but since he's been with the Raiders, he's going to miss on another one. You judge this one. Was it a bad throw, or did Minshew throw it away because Jacoby Myers wasn't open? He's got to work on his touch and accuracy on the fade. And this right here, come on, man. And here's another one of those throws where you wonder who he's throwing the ball to. He's the guy though, and the guy he should be throwing the ball the most to with Adams gone now is tight end Brock Bowers. Here the Adams split out wide, and man, with his speed, that would have been a huge play if he caught this. But like I said before, he's a matchup nightmare, so you have to go back to him, and they did. Alright, here they're going to send him in motion and give him a little something to run with. Here he's going to catch a short one and turn it upfield to get a first down. And I'm going to enjoy watching Turner threaten the defense down the seam from the slot. This one obviously didn't work out, but you can see the speed. I would have liked to see more routes like that from speedster Trey Tucker, but he did show that he's good for more than the deep ball. He's a good route runner and he doesn't have bad hands. Could he turn into a number one day? Then there's all reliable Jacoby Myers. He's pretty standard, nothing extra athleticism wise. But he's the kind of guy that brings his lunch pail to work. Here he's going to be there for Minshew when he gets in trouble. He's a great possession guy, but not dynamic enough to be a number one. He struggles with good corners too. This is Denzel Ward. After the big win against the Cleveland Browns, this whole thing with Adams is a big L. It hurts and raises more questions than answers in regards to the immediate future of this team. I truly believed the Raiders were a quarterback away, but unfortunately, when you don't have that quarterback, you're rebuilding, especially in the superstar receiver's eyes. We should have seen this coming a long time ago. You don't just take as much time as you want off for your wife to have a baby when there were no complications. Either way, whatever Adams is playing for, a Super Bowl, or just to put up numbers to get into the Hall of Fame, let him do it while the Raiders continue their culture of playing for each other. Thank you for watching. See you next time.